Tottenham confirm major coup in Thomas Frank Masterstroke. Welcome to Football Focus. Hope you're all having a great day. Before we kick off, if you love football, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive in. Tottenham Hotspur have shaken the footballing world by confirming a sensational move that is already being hailed as one of the most daring managerial masterstrokes in recent Premier League memory. In a summer filled with speculation, shifting narratives, and plenty of uncertainties surrounding the direction of Spurs under new leadership, Thomas Frank has delivered a coup that has the entire footballing landscape talking. This is not just another routine move in the transfer market or a simple squad reshuffle. This is the kind of statement that defines projects, energizes fan bases, and sends a warning shot across the bow of every rival club, both domestically and abroad. For months, questions lingered about whether Spurs would back Thomas Frank's vision. When he was appointed, many doubted his capacity to transition from Brentford's admirable but comparatively modest platform to the high-pressure cauldron of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yet, the Dane has always thrived in the face of doubt. What he has orchestrated in N17 is already being described as transformative, a clear indication that Tottenham are no longer content to linger in the shadows of their more decorated rivals. Instead, they're stepping boldly into a new chapter defined by ambition, strategy, and ruthless execution. The coup that has stunned supporters is not merely about acquiring a player or staff member, it is the manner in which Frank has executed it. In modern football, where negotiations are prolonged, drawn out, and often collapse under the weight of overinflated egos and competing agendas, Tottenham's swift and decisive action represents something far more profound. It symbolizes clarity of vision, the rare ability to outmaneuver rivals, and the confidence to believe in a project that is still in its infancy. The Premier League is no stranger to big money signings, but this feels different. This feels calculated, precise, and dripping with a sense of inevitability that Thomas Frank has injected into his Spurs blueprint. The timing could not have been more significant. Spurs, often criticized for hesitancy in key moments and a perceived lack of ruthlessness in the transfer market, have flipped the script. Rivals who once dismissed Tottenham as outsiders in the race for trophies must now reckon with a side that appears sharper, smarter, and more strategically aligned than at any point in the post-Pochettino era. Frank's fingerprints are all over this move. His meticulous preparation, his deep understanding of player psychology, and his fearless tactical approach have converged in a single stroke that could redefine Tottenham's trajectory. The word masterstroke has been thrown around lightly in footballing circles, but in this instance, it feels entirely appropriate. Frank's coup demonstrates not only his ability to attract talent, but also to sell a vision that resonates with the modern footballer. Players are no longer swayed purely by salaries or glitzy promises. They crave purpose, belonging, and the chance to be part of something extraordinary. Tottenham, under Frank's guidance, are now offering exactly that. The reaction from fans has been nothing short of electric. For a fan base that has endured the highs of near glory and the lows of stagnation, this news has rekindled hope in spectacular fashion. Social media has been ablaze with messages of disbelief, joy, and anticipation. Pundits who once questioned the appointment are now begrudgingly acknowledging that Frank may be onto something seismic in North London. Even rival fans, though quick to downplay the significance, cannot hide the fact that Tottenham's boldness has rattled cages across the league. But beyond the emotion and fanfare, there is a tactical dimension to consider. Frank's reputation has always been built on tactical flexibility, defensive organization, and an uncanny ability to maximize resources. By pulling off this coup, he has added another weapon to his arsenal, one that could tilt the balance in Tottenham's favor in crucial fixtures. Whether it is through shrewd recruitment, backroom reinforcements, or the unlocking of key player potential, this move signals that Tottenham are not simply looking to compete, they are preparing to dominate. The significance stretches into the psychological realm too. Football is as much about mindset as it is about ability. Tottenham, long haunted by accusations of fragility and failure to deliver in clutch moments, now have a manager who refuses to bow to those narratives. Frank has installed a mentality of fearlessness, and this latest act of decisiveness underscores that Spurs are rewriting their own story. The message is simple: the days of Tottenham being seen as nearly men are over. It is also worth considering the ripple effects. A coup of this magnitude rarely exists in isolation. Rivals will scramble to respond, agents will recalibrate their strategies, and players who once overlooked Tottenham might suddenly view them as an attractive destination. The transfer market is a theater of power, and Spurs, under Frank, have just seized center stage. Every move from this point forward will be analyzed through the lens of this breakthrough, and Tottenham's new reputation as a club that can deliver when it matters most will echo throughout Europe. Of course, football remains a results-driven business, and Frank knows that the true value of this coup will be judged on the pitch. Yet, the psychological and cultural shift cannot be ignored. Tottenham have sent a message not just to their rivals, but to themselves. Belief is back, ambition is real, and under Thomas Frank, no ceiling is too high. The Premier League thrives on shocks, drama, and bold narratives, and Spurs have just authored one of the most compelling chapters yet. In the coming weeks, speculation will intensify about how this coup fits into the broader strategy. Will it unlock the full potential of key stars like Son Heung-min, James Maddison, or Mickey Van de Ven? These are the questions that will dominate conversations in pubs, press rooms, and pundit panels across the country. What is clear is that Frank has delivered a moment that shifts perceptions, excites fans, and terrifies rivals in equal measure. For Tottenham Hotspur, this is not the end. It is only the beginning. And if this masterstroke is any indication of what is to come, then the rest of the Premier League had better be ready. Spurs, under Thomas Frank, are no longer passengers in the story of English football. They are, with ruthless precision, beginning to write it. Thank you so much for watching our video. For all the latest football news and analysis, be sure to subscribe to the Football Focus YouTube channel and stay with us.